Alright, to finish up with this is just a brief, so you know what was going on. Now after we have been moved from, there for whatever sufficient, you have to know that we were called most beautiful ones. Once the Turkish arrived, in order to spread discrimination of us, they started calling us ugly. Hence my name. Ugly, the word for ugly is Grdan. Alright? Grdanovic, my last name, means of uglies. There was a Knez Grdan in Nikšić. By then it was a part of Bosnia who raised a rebellion from the south of Bosnia, known as Herzegovina, against Ottoman Empire. It wasn't successful, but you can see the movement of the name Grdanovic going down, then south, Visegrad, down into this fucking shit, down into the Montenegro, parts of today's Montenegro, but the core of Montenegro never fell to Ottoman Empire, so that's why they were there. And I believe that nobles, we were hiding, some of them were hiding under the name of Grdan, or Grdanovic or whatever. But moving there, on the western and northern side, 1842, Ban Josip Jelačić attacks the bands in Bosnia, infesting Croatian borders, whatever. But he carves in the shape of Bosnia, alright, in there. That was after Hussein Captain Gradašević died, and if he was around, he wouldn't dare do that. But Ban Josip Jelačić, he wouldn't even think of that. But it happened, so in 1878, that very thing got ratified by Berlin Congress. Today we have another triangle there between Croatian Council of Defense and Republika Srpska, still having fun with geography down there. The reason he carved little Bosna is because in northwestern Bosnia, both Bosnians and Paterans, us, gypsies, Romani, whatever they are, we wanted to separate from the rest of the country because they wouldn't come. There was a period where they knew, but they just wouldn't come. That's why Ottoman Empire didn't, and that's why they wanted to separate. It was like, imagine 50 years of war ignored. Even today it's ignored by all the historians. It's like nobody cares that it happened. Nobody dares, expose it against lives of so many, against interest of so many. But when this carving of Bosnia happened, the rest of Bosnia didn't help us. We were the only ones fighting. That's another thing you will not find in Romani journal, European Romani intelligentsia. 1878 comes after government of Bosnia realized that their petition signed by all four religions, Christian Orthodox, Christian, Roman Catholics, Muslims and Jews, they signed a petition. We cannot allow the Austro-Hungarian to annex us. Well, nothing happened, so they retreated into the hills. But their historians say that after some difficulties, without greater difficulties, Austrians have reached the hills, and that's when the fight started. Well, without greater difficulties refers to us, but it wasn't only us. At that time, at that point, there were, because of the Ottoman Empire and everything, there were Africans among us, Middle Easterners, people who just moved into Bosnia, and we were not the only ones, so think about that. Anytime you think we were not the only ones dying, and that's what was going. That's why we ended up on the eastern side. Now they're pushing out on the western, and Illyrian dance. When the person dies, and Illyrians of all dance around it for psychological reasons, to relieve the suffering from the family that survived and to signify that he's going to heaven or whatever. Now they're dancing that. That's why I believe Kosovo Romani should go. I don't think they're done having fun. Neither them nor Europe, the US government, whoever. We're spending in too much. It's like our history is prouder than that of US government. Alright, so enough. It's like, it's jealousy. They feel upstaged by somebody who existed longer. You gotta be upstaged by someone. In that long of a time, you're gonna do something great. But Europe too. And I think we're being traded off for illusion of peace. But that 1878 is not only we victims, but that was evidently the deal made between Bosnian government and Europe at that time. All right. Now the same thing is happening today. I mean, we already have a pattern that indicates they will never change their mind, regardless if government, you know, gives the way to bullshit to happen or not. That should be enough of evidence that we should simply stick together, tell them all to go screw themselves, and unite. That alone, it's not only us, it's Catholics who should name their own bishop besides Vatican. Christian Orthodox, name their own, if it's a bishop, besides if it's a Greece or I don't know where the Christian Orthodox main place is, and simply tell them all to get the hell away from us with their religious intentions and political innuendos and whatever. We did it before. I mean, difference today is, before our kings and bonds played dumb to the rest of the world, but they gave us the truth. But today, they're playing dumb to us and give the world the truth. And it's just a, you know, it's like, even then we had enemies too. Then the death was just as real as it is today. Same thing, alright? Same risk, same thing, and we just have cowards that lead us. During the war, I was always asking myself, like, we're all talking during the war, like, you know, would you take a bullet for a president, whatever? And I was wondering, would they take a bullet for us? Would they? Any one of them? And the truth is that, you know, is as horrifying as the life without it. They wouldn't. They wouldn't die for us, but they wouldn't die for anybody. They don't give a shit. That's all there is to it. And we live the difference between their courage and cowardice. We are living it. I wish their fucking families would live it. Maybe that would open their minds. But pardon my language. I don't mean it though. What did I want to say? Lost me. Politicians. Yeah. I mean, we're all out of moves. The only move we could possibly have to preserve our dignity is neutrality, declare neutrality. And one of the blogs, President Komšić at the time, said somebody proposed to him neutrality, that we, you know, simply tell everybody, you know, get the hell away from us or something. But there's still some dignity to it. I mean, we're all out of moves. His answer was this, believe it or not. Well, it's Turkey in Balkans, for one. It's like, well, isn't that the point? And second reason he gave was, well, we're not rich like Switzerland. You know what? Swiss weren't rich either when they started. In order to get rich, you need peace, you need work, you need fair economy, exercise in your country, and from other countries, fair economy. And that's what Swiss had, that's what got them rich in the first place. I mean, this is an answer a high school kid would give. An answer of somebody who doesn't comprehend the whole situation. I mean, he's either a traitor to us or he's absolutely shallow as a politician and historian and a God. So, I mean, neutrality would be the only move that saves our face. We're all out of moves whatsoever. And this would give us some kind of autonomy, provide us with a chance to patrol our borders, and put an end to all the influx of kidnapped ladies from elsewhere, and take care of the ones that are in there. You know, take care of them medically as well. Return Kosovo Romani to Kosovo, starting to doing that infrastructure. Arrest the politicians who are stealing. Stop the drugs. I mean, all that. It would be much easier if we did that. But we're getting like a high school kind of answer from a president. Yeah, there is something really going on with my government, and we are paying a difference. Not only us, everybody. Everybody. And our holy land is not holy to them. So, that's about it, actually.